Welcome to another Willy Weighs In. This is yet again another game between the Minnesota Wild and the Edmonton Oilers. This is now back in Minnesota. This is a series so far that's been split between the two. Minnesota's won at home. Edmonton has won at home. This is a tiebreaker, and here we go. Skinner gets the start. It's the same lineup that they had Friday night against the Wild, and they get out. They're flying. They can't seem to hit the net. They have 3 shots on goal within the first 11 minutes of the game. Not good enough. And you're thinking, oh my God, is this that same Jekyll and Hyde team again? They start to get on a good roll. They seem to be playing a better game than they had in their first, 20, 23 games of the season. And bang, get back to that Jekyll and Hyde. But no, that's not the case. But there are a couple power plays here. Edmonton gets one. They can't do anything on it. But then the Wild get a power play. And 7 seconds into that power play, there's a beautiful pass into the slot. Boldy gets a beautiful tip. Top shelf. Skinner, no chance. Tic-tac-toe, 1-0 for the Wild. And you're disappointed as an Oiler fan because you thought you were over these 1-goal leads in the first period and having to fight your way back. But have no fear, Edmonton goes on the power play. On that power play, the Oilers get a shot from the point. It's Barry. He unleashes a Barry bomb, and it tips off the stick of Hyman and off of Hyman again. Bang. He wheels around, gets a stick on it, buries it. Oh, he gets the monkey off his back. Power play goal. 1-1 tie game. Hold on. Who scored? It was Zach Hyman. So, of course, the coach has to challenge for a goalie interference. Unreal. This looks like a very clean goal, though, and it's not one that you're worried about. But with Hyman's luck this year, over the last, his last couple goals that have been called back over coaches' challenges with goal interference or, kicked in, he hasn't had the greatest luck in terms of being on the doorstep. But this one counts. He's got that monkey off his back. He's got a goal, ties it up 1-1. Edmonton's looking all right to end the period. Defensively, look okay. There was a 2-on-1 with the Wild early on. Broberg's back. He's keeping in between the two defenders, and Walker just can't handle the puck, loses it. Yamamoto's looking good, loses his puck, gets a pass off still with his foot to Nugent Hopkins. Costin is drawing a penalty. Everyone's kind of contributing in different ways. It's fun to watch. They seem to have found their feet, and I'm really excited to see how the rest of this game pans out. So, on to the second period comes around, and not much to say here, really, except for this is one of the most piss-poor periods the Edmonton Oilers have put together this year. Unreal. Here's the deal. They have 9 shots on goal through half the game. In the second period, they generated 0 shots on net, 0 scoring chances in the first 10 minutes, the first half of that second period. Man, the ice looked tilted. Oh, Minnesota was pouring it on. They're skating, passing well. They are drawing penalties. They got 2, by the way. The penalty was almost done or just finished, pretty damn close. Dumba buries it. 2-1 for the Wild, but Edmonton challenges. Woodcroft gets it right. Goal is called back. It's not good. 1-1. But, we get some bad back checking. Wide open Gaudreau, right by Skinner, streaking in, backdoor behind Connor McDavid and another defenseman standing in front of Skinner. Skinner has no chance. Boldy seems to pass through. It's a really nice shot, roofed by Gaudreau. 2-1 for Minnesota. This game could be simply out of hand if it was not for Stuart Skinner and how he's played so far tonight. He's been their best player. Edmonton has generated a couple chances near the end of the period. There was a really nice passing play between Connor McDavid, Draisaitl, who got it right in front. Looked like a tap into Hyman, but the pad of Marc-Andre Fleury stops that chance. And really, there hasn't been much else. There's been dump in behind the net. Go get it. Pull it back out. Put it up to the point. Dump it in behind the net. Go get it. Pull it out. It's really, really frustrating. One of the most frustrating periods to watch as a fan, especially when, Edmonton's right there. Edmonton's right there. It's a 1-goal game. They need to pour it on. Pour it on. You can't score unless you get shots on net. So let's see how this third period goes. Well, third period comes around and not much else changes. Minnesota does a really good job of just chomping up pucks, keeping them in Edmonton's end, cycling the puck. They seem to have it on a string tonight, whereas Edmonton seemed to really be fighting it. They didn't seem to want to shoot the puck, which is a really, really, really important part of the game. If you want to score, you've got to shoot. This team just loves to overpass and overpass and overpass. There was a couple 3-on-1s that Edmonton had that didn't generate a shot. It looked like Darnell Nurse was trying to pass it back to Connor McDavid on a 3-on-1 and got a really weak fanned-on shot off his skate to the stick on Marc-Andre Fleury. Stopped that. There was a point in the power play where Connor McDavid took it into the zone, wheeled around, and rifled a shot on net. Didn't stick. At the end of the period, they've got a 6-on-4 power play. Hyman's on the doorstep. Oh my God. You know what? He got high stick too. High sticked. Blatant. Should have been called. That being said, there were a number of calls that were missed on Minnesota's end as well. There was the hook from Kulak taking Reeves down earlier in the game as well. Pretty blatant. Should have been called. But 6-on-4. Hyman gets back up, goes to the side of the net where Marc-Andre Fleury is, gets the puck, and puts it through the crease. No one there to jam it home. Unreal. Edmonton loses 2-1. The Wild outplayed them, period. But Stuart Skinner, the way he played, deserved to win. The rest of the team wasn't that great. But they've got to erase this game, move on to tomorrow where they play the Nashville Predators, who played the St. Louis Blues tonight. So there's going to be 2 tired teams. Should be a good game to watch. This has been a Willy Weighs In. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, join the comments in the bottom. Minnesota Wild fans are all welcome. We'd like to hear your thoughts. And watch the main pod with myself, Pilon, Sanjay, and Baron. Take care.